Hello and welcome to today's session on sleep. We're starting the mobility challenge. And an important aspect that allows us to stay mobile, to have a fit body, everything working is sleep. 1/3 of our life we spend sleeping. There must be something significant to it, isn't it? That's why we spend about 1/3 of our life doing it. But most of us fall in the category of we find sleep practically a waste of time. Have you thought about it? I could be doing something better. I could be finishing up work or maybe catch a show or talk to my friends or something instead of sleeping. Yeah. Instead, sleep is that critical element that allows us to maintain a healthy body and mind complex. Let's look more into it. Many of us in this day and age suffer from insomnia, sleeplessness. You wake up in the middle of the night, and all of this causes a lot of anxiety, depression, overwork, mental stress, a lot of high blood pressure, indigestion. All of these are a result of not getting a good night's sleep. Sleep also plays a great role, an important role in many things. First of all, when you're sleeping is when the body gets to detox. Your memory power, if it's declining, it's probably because you're not getting enough sleep. Happiness, how happy you are, is determined by how well you sleep. How much you lose weight or gain weight is dependent on how much you sleep. Athletic performance, pain management, all of this. A person who's able to sleep well is able to manage pain better. So, what are the benefits of sleep? It is, of course, better mood, healthy heart, brain health, brain boost, joint health, um, hormonal health, and you're vibrant overall. Yeah. Now, many reasons are there for why one might find it difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep. These are some of them. Lack of sleep hygiene, maybe a lot of stress, wrong foods at wrong time, and stress. Stress is actually, I would say, key. Now, melatonin is that hormone you all already know, is that hormone that is produced by the pituitary pineal gland in the brain. And it released, when melatonin is released in the bloodstream, the body feels, okay, now it's time to go to sleep. And typically when it's dark, secretion of melatonin hormone automatically happens. But because we're all so used to, our smart devices, that emit sort of blue light similar to that of what we get from the sun, the body thinks it's not dark, it's not night, therefore not to produce melatonin. So there are some key aspects that we need to do, 4 areas I would say that we need to focus on in order to improve our sleep. One is ahara, the food that we eat. That needs to be, especially our dinner time, needs to be 3 hours before sleep time. Vihara or recreation. How do we indulge our senses? Are we balanced in our approach to, doing things, or are we overindulging a particular sense? Maybe you love listening to music and you're constantly listening to music that creates a lot of vata imbalance in the body, causing aches and pains and gassiness and all of that. Or are you into watching TV and shows all the time and indulging the sense of sight? That increases pitta in the body, fiery element in the body, that it will cause restlessness as well. So you have to see which sense organ, or what is your vihara, how do you indulge in your senses, bring it to balance. Achara, your attitude in life. What sort of an attitude do you have? Are you too rigid? Are you flexible? Do you go with the flow? All of that. Keeping that in check will help. Vichara. All of us are meditating. Would you agree if I say that? Yeah, we are meditating. What we are meditating on? What is it that we are constantly thinking about? That is questionable. So indulge carefully. Catch yourself if you're hankering on that same thought or getting worried. Reflect on your thought patterns, catch them. Now, there are a couple of things that we can do. Dinner 3 hours before going to sleep. Use of the bedroom area. What do you use your bedroom for? It is best to keep it only for sleeping. Do not work or watch TV or something on the bed. Stress management. If you have not learned Sky yet, I invite you to join me for a Sky workshop. Third, regular wake up and sleep times. It's best to have that. And if you're used to using a smart device, best put away all electronics at least an hour before sleep time. Avoid caffeine after afternoon, just avoid caffeine. And make sure you're exercising and you have a regular exercise routine. Yoga is a great way of strength as well as stamina building exercise. So definitely engage in doing yoga. That said, we can actually begin our asana practice now. More questions about eating and all of that we can take up after the asana practice. But as a general guideline, because you've eaten 3 hours before your bedtime, in case you're hungry, you can always have a warm cup of milk or warm chamomile tea or something like that. That'll help you feel a little bit full and allow you to sleep well. Yeah. All right, let's get to asana practice now.